Now let's travel back in time to Shaker Village of Pleasant Hill, a true Kentucky landmark.
The nucleus of the movement started in Manchester, England, with a couple called the Wardleys, and a young woman named Anne Lee, who became Mother Anne Lee, came with just a handful of believers because of religious persecution, and she came to the New England states in 1774. From there, they heard about all the spiritual movements in this area, and so they were attracted to this area because of that, came down, converted folks, and so as you see in 1805, then the village became the beginnings of what you now see as Pleasant Hill. At their peak, 491 believers were converted into this faith. The meeting house was their house of worship, even though they worshiped 6 days a week through their work. In the meeting house, they would meet there on Sundays. The brothers would enter on the east side of the building, the sisters on the west, going in on tiptoes very quietly and reverently into that building. Today, you're going to see examples of their dancing, and you get to come in and dance as if you were a Shaker yourself. The name Shakers. Well, the outside world's people would see their really charismatic movements in their dancing because the Spirit would fill them, and they would spiritually shake off anything of the carnal nature. And in that shaking off of sin, the world watched that and named them Shakers.
Shaker Village is an overnight tourist destination. We are located on 3,000 acres, and there is a lot that encompasses this property. We are a living history museum where people can come and tour original Shaker buildings, learn all about the Shakers, who they were, their ways of life, their worship practices, and find out why their legacy is so important to Kentucky. We also have a lot of recreational opportunities at Shaker Village. We have about 40 miles of hiking, biking, horseback riding trails. We have stables here, so if you are an equestrian, this is a one-stop shop for you. You can come, ride the trails during the day, you can board your horses, and then you can eat here, you can stay overnight here, never have to load up your horse, never have to leave your animal.
Where does it take off? Is that where y'all going next?
So why are you guys here today?
Well, this is one of what we call Kentucky Adventures. We do on Saturdays. We take about 10 or 11 trips per year, and we take 5 or 6 students each time, different students from the class, and go to various places all over Kentucky.
Why?
Why? What better way to learn than to see history right up close? And Shaker Village, of course, is obviously a great place to do that. They've seen broom making and sheep shearing and cow milking, and you name it.
Today we're at Harvest Fest at Shaker Village. It is our kickoff to fall celebration. It's a weekend-long celebration that is packed with on-the-farm fun for the entire family. We've got everything from pony rides to pumpkin picking, kids farm Olympics, a kids village with hay climbs that kids can have all kinds of fun. You can watch sorghum making the old-fashioned way, done with real horsepower. Our Percheron mare is powering the sorghum mill, crushing the sorghum, which we will then cook here on site and bottle and sell in our craft store. Families can get a chance to milk a cow. There are real milking demonstrations going on. We also have a mechanical cow, a lot of different things for families to enjoy together, and the greatest part is just making memories.
There are still Shakers. There are Shakers in Sabbath Day Lake, Maine. However, the last Shaker died here at Pleasant Hill in 1923. And so because of many, many things, there's no one thing that really was I don't want to say the downfall, but the sort of the passing away of the way things were. Part of it was because of the Civil War and all the things that went on here in this area because of that. You had the Industrial Revolution, and as a community around them changed, they did not. And so not as many people were drawn into it in this area at that time period, and so as a result, the last Shaker dying in 1923. When a modern day visitor comes into this village, I would hope that they would feel that they stepped out of their car back in time to a time period that this place would have been just a bustle of activity and really a time in history that we don't have any visual footage of, but yet maybe they could gain it through their experience here of just seeing a glimpse of what would have been here when the Shakers were actually here.
No matter what the season, no matter what age you are, here at Shaker Village, we truly have something for everybody.